Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Kellen here with Droid Life. So you probably heard that there was a Moto Z event today. And well, that's correct. There was a Moto Z event today. It wasn't the big flashy press event because Lenovo and Moto did that, well, a few weeks back at Lenovo Tech World. So today was really just a chance to refresh the press on it. And as you can tell, maybe more importantly, get us review units. So we have those now. We also have a bunch of Moto mods. We'll talk about it all again as we lead up to launch. But for now, this is our Moto Z and Moto Z Force unboxing. All right, so I don't have details to share with you in terms of pricing availability yet. Motorola has still just said, I believe it's coming in the summer. They will be coming in the summer. Obviously, they're still exclusive to Verizon initially, but it is what it is. So we're gonna unbox them though, show them to you again. I know Tim's already kind of gone hands-on, but these are official units now. Production units, and again we have Moto mods. So let's unbox these, and I haven't held these yet, so this should be a bit of fun for me. One thing I did want to point out is branding now. So initially they were Moto Z Droid Edition and Moto Z Force Droid Edition. Now they are just Moto Z Droid and Moto Z Force Droid. So no more edition, which is fine. Writing that out was kind of painful. So let's start first with, we'll just call it, I want to call it the little guy because there's nothing necessarily less about it other than its thickness and battery. So this is the Moto Z Droid, which is the ultra thin phone. Let's just get it out of the box real quick. And I have no idea what color they gave me because they gave me this sort of dark black charcoal. Really pretty phones in person. So we'll slide that over and we'll just set that down. Now let's get out the Moto Z Force Droid. I mean, the names are kind of silly, but it is what it is. They needed the Droid branding, I get it. But just the fact that there's 3 or 4 words in some of these phone names. And here is this. So we'll take the plastic off of him as well. And I am seeing under there what looks to be a little wood style mod. So have that as well. All right, so here we go. We have Moto Z Force Droid, Moto Z Droid. So these are the 2 new flagships from Motorola and Verizon. And again, they are coming exclusively to Verizon initially. And then at some point, the Moto Z will, which is the thinner phone, will make its way to as a GSM unlocked phone. So let's see, we'll put the Force guy down for a second. We'll let him do what he's doing, and we'll talk specs. So as a recap, they both run Android 6.0.1, and it's that sort of Motorola really light skin. You can see here the Moto and Lenovo branding. This is fully Lenovo behind this now, in case you hadn't realized yet. So Android 6.0.1, they each have a Snapdragon 820 processor on the inside powering them. That's the latest from Qualcomm, although the Snapdragon 821 will soon be arriving in phones probably within the next month, but it is what it is with timing, I guess. So you also have 4 gig RAM, 32 or 64 gig storage with micro SD support up to 2 terabytes. This guy is 136 grams in weight, and when you hold this in your hand, it feels really, really delicate. I don't want to say like it feels like it's gonna break. It's just so incredibly light and thin. So in terms of thickness, it's 5.19 millimeters thick. It's nuts. And trust me, in hand, it feels as thin as it looks. You have a 5.5 inch Quad HD AMOLED display on the front of each. And see if we can skip through some of this stuff here. This phone in particular, the Moto Z, has a 2600 milliamp hour battery. The Moto Z Force Droid, which is the bigger guy, bumps that up to 3500 milliamp hours. They both have turbocharging. They have water repellent nano coatings. They do have fingerprint readers, which you can see right there down on the bottom. Similar to the Moto G4 Plus, which is out, although I will say that just touching it right now, it definitely feels better than it does on the Moto G4 Plus. NFC, obviously. So the Moto Z, this version, has a 13 megapixel camera, f1.8 aperture, optical image stabilization, laser autofocus, and it should be lightning quick. The Moto Z Force Droid, it's gonna be really hard to keep these straight, has a 21 megapixel camera, f1.8, optical image stabilization, laser autofocus, and phase detect autofocus. So a little bit of difference there in terms of camera. So 13 megapixel here, 21 megapixel down there. On the front, they both have 5 megapixel cameras up front there. F2.2 Then obviously they work with Moto Mods and on Verizon and have AC Wi-Fi, and they use nano SIMs. So that is just a run through of specs. So I've showed that one to you enough. So here is the slightly thicker version. This is the Moto Z Force Droid. So again, the differences are 21 megapixel camera up here, bigger 3,500 milliamp hour battery, and that's kind of it. Those are sort of the two differences. Oh, this also has Shatter Shield. So Shatter Shield is Motorola's technology where they can basically give you a phone that won't, where the display won't break. You guys saw this in last year's Turbo 2. So this is Shatter Shield version 2, if you want to call it that. So, you know, same sort of resistance, thinner bezels, less scratch resistant. Last year's phone scratched quite easily. This one will hopefully not scratch quite as easily. And they did confirm to me today that you will be able to replace that top layer like you did with last year. So if you do scratch it, you can replace it. So that's pretty much in terms of specs. Obviously the big selling feature here, right, is the Moto Mods. And so with Moto Mods, you attach things via these pins right here, and that could be a speaker, a Pico projector, a battery pack, or it could be a style mod, I believe we're calling them, or style swap or style mod, something like that. And so you just slap those on, and then those add functionality. This is the way modular phones, I guess I should say, this is the best version of a modular idea we've seen yet. You know, we saw LG do it, and it just didn't exactly win us over. To finish the unboxing though, so inside the box, it looks like they are giving you a style shell is the official term according to that. So that is coming in the box. I don't know if Motorola just tossed those in because it's a review unit. I don't think so. I think you may get one in the box. And then here is a turbocharger. So you do have turbocharger. The other thing then, and this is going to be pretty important not to lose. So this right here, because I haven't really done a tour of the device, so we'll do that and then we'll figure out what this is. Special cable that you're probably not going to want to lose. So this is a USB-C adapter that turns into a 3.5mm headphone jack. So if I do that tour now of the phones, obviously camera there, and you have your volume and power buttons here on the right side. Top side, there is nothing other than a SIM and SD tray, and you have nothing on this left side. But on the bottom, which is where this adapter comes in, you have USB Type-C, but you'll notice there is no headphone jack down there, and there wasn't one up top. So no headphone jack in this phone. So what you have to do with headphones is either buy USB Type-C headphones, which aren't exactly available yet, or use this adapter, and you basically plug that in and then plug your normal 3.5mm headphones right there, and then you have your audio experience. So that's how that works. In terms of these style mods, let me just peel this off right here. So style mods, this is how it works. You have the back of your phone, you have a style mod, and you just set it on there and line it up, and it clips in. You can see it's not gonna fall out. It is on there for good. And I asked Tim about this when he did his initial hands-on, if there was much give on these, if you can feel it sliding around, and not really much give. They're on there pretty good. So that adds a little bit of style. Obviously this will have some Moto Maker implications where you get colors to choose from. There's leather, there's I believe there's ballistic nylon, and then obviously other wood styles. So you can really sort of customize the look. That also adds just a little bit of thickness to it in case you didn't like how thin this phone really was. So, and then of course that makes that camera hump up there pretty flush for those who have a little bit of OCD there. So anyways, this has been a lengthy unboxing, but there's a lot to talk about. Obviously I haven't even gotten to those other style or those Moto mods yet, and I will get to those, I promise. There's lots to talk about there, but this was just supposed to be an unboxing to sort of get you guys up to speed on these and let you know that we do have them in-house once again. One thing I should probably do is just show you a comparison of the thickness. So here again, Moto Z Droid on the left, Moto Z Force Droid on the right. Moto Z Force Droid also a very thin phone, but you can still just see how crazy thin the regular Z is. It's pretty nuts. In terms of size, they are pretty similar size. But again, there's just more thickness here because of that extra battery, and then this has shatter shield. So anyways, we have a lot more coming, so stay tuned. For now though, this is just an unboxing of the Moto Zs. We're Droid Life. Peace.